Welcome back to Dortmund Dispatch. Today we have another trivia for you. We're going through some of the UCL Champions League stats from Dortmund's tremendous run to the final this past season. So this is single season statistics, looking at some of the underlying numbers and goal contributions that led to Dortmund's Champions League success. So I'm gonna have like a little chess clock. So they're gonna be on a timer. We're gonna keep it short and sweet for you. And let's start off with Champions League goal contributions. Um, Brian, do you want to go first?
Okay, so I'm gonna go with Nicholas Fulkrug
That is
is
correct.
one of them.
Nicholas Fulkrug is second with 5. Joey, on the clock.
I'm gonna go with Marcel Sabitzer.
Good
Sabitzer
one.
first, 6. Brian, back to you.
Daniel Mullen.
Danielle Mullen is incorrect. You're still on the clock.
Um, let's go with Brandt.
Brent is correct with 4.
Marco
Marco is correct. Marco Royce. We're missing the
Royce.
final one. Brian, 4 seconds left. Can you get the last guy?
Mats Hummels.
Incorrect. The final answer was Kareem Adeyemi, who was on
Ah,
3. Joey, you will be starting the next round as we look at some of the underlying numbers. So we just saw who scored the most goals. Let's look at who had the most chances. Um, so this is non-penalty expected goals and expected assisted goals. Joey, you are on the clock. You can go first.
This combined expected goals and assists.
Yeah.
Let's go with Danielle Malen.
Danielle Mullen is 5th with 2.5. Brian, over to you.
Sabitzer.
Sabitzer is 4th with 2.6.
Fulkrug.
That is correct. He's first with 7.1.
Kareem Adeyemi.
That is correct. 3.2. Can we complete the topic?
Did we say Brandt?
We did now, and we have finally completed a topic successfully. This has never been seen before. Typically, the Dortmund Dispatch hosts are embarrassing themselves, losing to our guests. We're gonna go to minutes. With the clock is the same. So Brian, you're gonna start us off.
Mats Hummels.
Matt Hummels is correct. Led the team in minutes, 11:70. Joey, over to you. You are on a time crunch.
Gregor Kobel.
Correct.
Nico Schlotterbeck.
That is correct.
Um,
5 seconds left.
Julian Brandt.
Julian Brandt is incorrect. And you are out
Marcel
of
Sabitzer.
time. You want to finish us off, Brian? Sabitzer is correct. You're missing one player.
If I'm missing one player, Julian Ryerson.
That is incorrect.
Yeah.
Schlotterbeck.
That is all.
That's
I don't know
was
if we
that still
said
on Brian?
I thought we said Schlotterbeck,
I
but he
did.
is on the list.
I said Schlotter. Yeah, I said Schlotterbeck.
We are missing. This is a guy you should be able to get because he was on both of the previous 2 lists. The starting striker for Borussia Dortmund is Nicholas Fulkrug,
Fulkrug.
and he had the third
Fulkrug,
most
yeah.
minutes on Dortmund's Champions League run to the final with 1,036. Okay, the clocks are reset. It's 1 apiece. And we are going to successful take-ons. Brian, you are going to start us off. Go.
Ooh, successful take-ons. I'm gonna say Sancho.
Correct.
Julian Brandt.
That is correct.
I'm also gonna go with the winger Adeyemi.
Correct.
Sabitzer.
Incorrect.
Bino Gittins.
It's not your turn, but that would have been incorrect,
Oh.
which is a little bonus for Joey. He still has to get one. He's running out of time.
I'll go with Ian Matson.
That is also incorrect, and you are out of time. Brian has taken a 2-1 lead. Brian, can you finish us off? We are missing one winger and one defensive player for successful take-ons.
So I'm gonna go with Rierson and Mullen.
That is so clean, perfect, unedited. Great content, Brian. Thank you. You take your deserved 2-1 lead with that. Showing off your knowledge, redeeming your first performance on a Borussia Dortmund. I almost said Borussia Dortmund quiz, but this is a Dortmund Dispatch quiz. We are not going for anyone else's copyright. Thank you. My apologies for the mistake. The last of our timed events, We have tackles and interceptions per 90, minimum of 180 minutes, Champions League only. Um, I'm gonna give you both a hint. You're not guessing first place. Um, so hopefully, like that helps you out a bit. I believe Brian started off last time, so Joey, you're gonna go first. You are on the clock in three, two, one.
All right, let's go Rami Bensabaini.
That is correct.
And I'll go with Matt Hummels.
That's also correct.
Emre Can.
That is incorrect.
Saliaz Chan.
That's correct. We're missing fourth and third. The third is the harder of the two to get.
Rierson.
Incorrect.
Matson.
That's correct.
It's going to be Brant.
That is incorrect. This is tackles and interceptions, and you're saying a guy known for not pressing. You
Fair.
have 5 seconds left.
I don't know.
There's only so many defenders.
Send it to
man.
Brian.
Run through it. Brian, do you have any idea?
Give me a second to think. Tackles and interceptions. We said Chen, we said Hummels, we said Schlotterbeck. Nicholas Sula?
That would not be correct.
Okay.
I was very hopeful from Joey's start as he named an unheralded fullback in Remy Bensabaini, Marius Wolf.
Uh,
Oh wow, yeah. Unleash the
Bensabaini's
Wolf.
numbers are kind of crazy. 6.67. And he got like
Hmm.
all the minutes in the first half of the season. Which is pretty incredible. Obviously not the best at other things, but it is something to note as we go into this next year, likely with Benzabaini's high wages. So we have 4 questions. Joey, you're down 3-1. So we're going to let you go first on the questions. How many Champions League goals did Borussia Dortmund score en route to the final? We're going to give you 30 seconds to kind of figure this out. You're going to get a margin of 1.
I'm going to go lucky number 13.
You would be wrong. Brian, do you want to steal?
I'm gonna go with 16.
Brian would be within the margin of error, and he's going to take a resounding 4-1 lead. Please stay tuned as Joey tries to go for the tie. Borussia Dortmund scored 17 goals en route to the Champions League final. Brian's guess of 16 was good enough with the margin of error being 1. So there was a lot made after PSG hit the woodwork many times against Borussia Dortmund of luck. How many times I would call bad finishing, some would call unlucky. How many times did Borussia Dortmund hit the woodwork en route to the Champions League final? There's no margin of error for this one. Brian.
Let's go with 10 because there's quite a few in the Champions League final.
You are way off. Joey, can you steal?
6.
A bit closer, but it was 4. How many saves did Gregor Kobel make? You have a margin of 4. This is in the Champions League. Joey, you're on the clock.
30. Go 34.
Never underestimate our club legend again. Brian, can you steal?
I'll go double that, 68.
A little bit too high. The correct answer was 49. That's across about like 14 matches, which is quite a few when you're imagining how many shots are being conceded off target against exclusively top 5 league size and PSV. To be fair to them, how many yellow cards did Borussia Dortmund receive? There's a margin of 2. Brian, you have the first crack at this one.
Yellow cards. Let's do lucky 7.
You do realize that we got like 3 in one game after Emre Can missed several challenges on Rafa Leao, who then
I
drew
don't
yellow cards
remember how many
from
yellows
every
we got.
defensive player on the team. Um,
It's hard to catalog all that.
Joey,
I'm
do you have
going
a
to go
guess?
with I'm going to go with 16.
That was a bit closer. The correct answer was 23. Borussia Dortmund received
Ooh.
23 yellow cards and are out to the Champions League final. That's almost 2 a game. But you do have to remember in the
That's
final, there were quite a few professional fouls with no fear of anyone getting suspended. Um, so Brian,
that's fair.
I think it was a very convincing performance today. How do you feel?
I feel great. And thank you, Joey, for competing with me, and I look forward to the rematch.
Joey, do you have
Likewise.
anything to say to defend yourself?
Not really. I mean, it's been fun trying to answer some trivia. Was pretty close on some, not so much on others, but yeah, always a good time. Give it our
Well,
best.
thank you both for joining us. I hope we could keep you entertained as we all try not to lose our minds looking at various transfer rumors, of which none are official at the time of recording. Even though we do have several here we goes. Once there are some club announcements, we'll have some podcasts full length out for you guys about Borussia Dortmund, breaking down all our new players, what you can expect in the new year, and as always, your questions and some other fun topics, and maybe some fun guests coming soon. Thank you all for joining us. I'm your host, Eli of Dortmund Dispatch. Please follow us on Twitter. Rate us 5 stars on Spotify, Apple Podcasts, wherever you listen to your podcast, really. And like and subscribe on YouTube. Thank you and have a good one.